Hello, everybody. So I am just going to quickly check that I am live. But while I am, the purpose of me going live this morning is for me to basically be able to share with you and lift the lid off email automation. So let me look. Yes, we are live. We are live and kicking. There we go. Happy days. So, email automation, everyone, you need to use it if you're not using it. I was going to say everybody uses it, but no, we need to use email automation if we aren't using it already. I hope I'm not lagging because I seem to be like lagging on my screen. Hopefully I'm not. But I want to lift the lid off. I'm going to show you how we set up a lead magnet, including the email automation side of it as well. You know, let's lift the lid off it. Let's stop making it a mystery. So let me just share my screen with you. Oh, is this your current struggle, Sass? I must have just known. I am called the Wizard. So this could be why I know, Sass. And hello, Kerry. Pleasure to hear you're not here. See you too. And I'm not even seeing you. It's early morning, isn't it, guys? So, right, let me share my screen. So I'm going to be doing this in MailerLite and ActiveCampaign. So I'm not sure what you guys use. So I'm just going to show you MailerLite and ActiveCampaign. Right, so let me share my screen. Right, so this is a lovely little flow chart that I put together at some point when I was doing something with someone. And it's basically, it looks a bit confusing with a few lines here and there, but I'm going to explain it and show you step by step what I mean at each of these stages. So with email automation, what we mean is that, for instance, I have a landing page here advertising an ebook. If someone clicks on they want the ebook, they're going to fill this form in. I don't then go off and actually send them the actual ebook or anything like that. Oh my God, that would be so time consuming. No, it automatically will get sent to them. It will automatically head into their email box. It will automatically send them an email follow-up. So in a few days' time, it'll follow up. And if, for instance, let me think of another one. Right, so my Trello for social media course that I have. If someone signs up for this course, I don't have to then go into MemberVault and put their username in and password and then email them that information. There's none of that. What happens is they sign up for it and it will automatically email them the login details. It will automatically add them in to MemberVault. And that's what email automation is all about. It's about things automatically happening when someone takes action. So even in my other business that I've got, we have some forms that we use. I don't think I've got one here. No, I don't think I have. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Is it? No, we haven't got it. But basically, people fill a form in and it automatically triggers off some emails and it automatically adds them to a CRM and all that kind of stuff. So one of the most common email automations that I set up for people and that people come to me for help with is lead magnets. It's what most of my power hours end up being. It's what a lot of people ask for courses on. So I want to lift the lid off and show you some information about it. So a lead magnet can be anything. It could be an ebook. It could be a masterclass. It could be as simple as join my waitlist. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be free. You know, you can have a free lead magnet. You can have a paid lead magnet. My mini courses that I have, such as the Trello for Social Media course, that one's a low paid offer at £27. And its whole purpose is not to bring me money in. Its whole purpose is for me to be able to collect email addresses. Good morning, Lisa. Pleasure to have you here too. So that's you all probably know what a lead magnet is. You might have an idea. You might even have an ebook. You might have a checklist or a masterclass idea or something already in your mind. And it's like, what the hell do I do next with it? So you may have to store it. So you may have to store it somewhere. So you can see here we've got stored. So you may have to store it somewhere. All depends. Oh, you've just done your first freebie. Brilliant. Well done. What's your freebie, Lisa? What's the freebie on? And I'm really excited that you've actually done an email sequence with it. And waitlist, brilliant. Yes, waitlist. So I have a waitlist one as well, Kerry. So I'll show you how I've set that up. So obviously you may have to store it if it's an ebook. So by that we mean you need to put it on somewhere like Google Drive, your website, or OneDrive, so that you've then got a URL that you can share with people. Because otherwise, how are they going to get it? If it's something like a masterclass, you might put the video on Vimeo or YouTube and then just show them that. If it's something where it's a wait list, you don't need to store anything apart from you need their email address. If it's something like a mini course, like the one that I mentioned earlier, you might use something like Member Vault, so you need to give them a login. So obviously you may have to store that information somewhere. But then what happens after is we move down to the landing page. You know, we need a landing page. This means it's going to be one page that serves one purpose, which is to get them to sign up for this lead magnet. So for instance, this page here, we have no menu bar anywhere else at all. It is just this one page. It's not going to divert them off anywhere. I'm not asking them to buy anything else. I am asking them just to buy this course. So it's got one purpose. So you're going to need some sort of sales page. You can have a short sales page. This is a pretty short one. So we've basically just got a little bit of information, a little bit about me, some 3 key points, and some testimonials. You can get even more basic than that. So if I go back to where I was before, we've got this one as well. Literally a picture of the book. Then we've got some information. It's just serving that one purpose. You can even have, you know where I'm just got the screen now? This could be a landing page. Literally what it is, this is at 3 key points. I want this ebook. I click it and it pops up with a form. You can have a simple one like that. Obviously, you can go, I've got a really long landing page for my membership. So you can go long-winded if you wanted. So this one, I was zoomed in earlier on, let me zoom back out. It's obviously a lot longer. So we've got different parts showing all the different features. And this is because it's one of my main things. So obviously I'll go a lot further. But not every landing page needs to be long like that. And people get put off. People get scared of doing a freebie because they're like, but I've got to create all this big, huge sales page. And we don't need to. You don't need to create that big sales page at all. Like, honestly, you don't. So this is one way that you can do it. And obviously, this one, Kerry, is my waitlist one. So people click join waitlist. It pops up with a form. They put their details in and they join the waitlist. And obviously something happens in the background as well. So that's a good way of doing it. So literally you can just have a form, Kerry, get a little bit of a landing page out. And you know what? What's really good when it's a waitlist one especially is you can just flesh it out as you go in. So you could create the top bit. So you might just have like this top bit here and a form. Very simple, join my waitlist, not much information because you might not even know all the information yet. But then as you discover more, you'd add more to it. And that is literally what I did with the Wizardry Hub. So the Wizardry Hub started with Tech Geek in your pocket, join the membership soon and join the waitlist. It didn't have none of this, does this sound like you? I put that in after. And then as I started figuring out what my membership were going to be, I started adding all these extra bits in. And I started putting a little bit extra in, and then it just grew and it grew and it grew. So it doesn't have to be a huge page to start off with. Like, I think I've only just added on the last run this bit here of what do I get access to straight away. I only added that on the last one. So you can make it as short and sweet as you want to be. Right then. So landing page, where can you make this? So a few places you can make it. These are my 3 favorite places. There's more, but these are my 3 favorite. So MailerLite is absolutely fantastic for creating landing pages. And I can tell you now, anyone can do it because every time I run my email marketing wizardry or in my membership, we show how to step-by-step create your landing page. And everybody, even people I was like, oh, they're going to struggle. They didn't. They actually still managed to create a landing page for themselves in MailerLite. So honestly, if you haven't got access to your website or you don't feel confident making it on your website yet, you can make a landing page in MailerLite. So it's free as well. I love it as well, Lisa. It's so much better, isn't it? I absolutely do love it. So here you can see, I'll show you one that I've made. So this was one that I made, 7 ways to save 3 hours. Made it inside MailerLite. Obviously, it took me about half an hour to make. It might take you about an hour. It might take you a little bit longer. It depends on how long it is. But it is nice and simple to do. It's a nice, simple drag and drop interface. So here you can see another one that we've got. I kind of stick to the same style. So we can see there. And it is super duper easy to make. Like if I went create landing page now, this is how quick it is. I can just show you like what it looks like on here. Da-da-da. It's loading. Everything's going slow for me this morning. We tell them where we want them to go. So we're going to pick on that group. Save and continue. It is thinking about it. It's having a good old think. And then what you get access to, you can create your own templates, but you get access to like loads of different templates. I always recommend people use them. So you might be familiar with this one because I use it myself if I'm creating anything in MailerLite. It's one of my favorite templates. So when we press select on this, as you can see, it says at the top, drag and drop builder. So what it's doing is bringing up now the drag and drop builder. I will warn you, email marketing systems can be a bit slow, but you know, it is what it is. So when this eventually finishes loading up, there we go. As you can see here, it is literally, you can, as I'm highlighting boxes, it's highlighting different ones and it's very drag and drop. So if I wanted to change the title, you just type it in. Blah, 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 blah. So it's literally very easy to use. And if I wanted to put something else in, I'd drag it in. So if I wanted a video here, where we're having it, let's have it here. We could just drag a video in and then click on the video and you'd give it its URL. Everything's running slow for me though, so I'm struggling to show you. There you go. So you say it's from YouTube and you put your URL in. You'd say it's from Vimeo, you put your URL in. It is literally so easy to use and you don't need a web developer to do it. Obviously, the other method of doing it is WordPress. So I love making mine in WordPress. I use a builder called Elementor. I'm not logged in, but literally it is the exact same as this, where it's drag and drop. So if you have a website right now, ask your web developer what it's built on. And if they say something like it's built with Divi, Elementor, Oxygen, I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, it basically means it's using a drag and drop builder like this. Divi, it's brilliant, Divi. I love Divi as well. Divi and Elementor are the best tool that I love, Lisa, I have to say. So you are in safe hands. And another one is, where am I lost? Lead Pages. So Lead Pages is another one that you can use as well for that. So you can use that. Hi, Phyllis, as well. You are amazing at guiding this. Your membership is amazing. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. Phyllis, I've just got to like show, look how cool this software is. I love it. You can pop up the comments. But for some reason, I can't do it on Facebook, only when people leave them on LinkedIn. But yeah. Brilliant. So you've got Divi as well. So yes, you can definitely do it with Divi, drag and drop kind of builder, and you can drag people in there. That's no problem. So when you've got this landing page sorted, so we've got a bit, oh, I'm putting random blocks in. Let's zoom out a little bit. So we've got our lead magnet. We've stored it somewhere and we've got a landing page. Obviously, this landing page is going to need a form. It's going to need some sort of form. So there's 2 ways you could pretty much do a form. There's more, but we're going to say 2, which is you could have it like this. So it's got it in an actual form like that. Top advice, always ask for first name, because I've seen people just ask for email address. And then what happens is when you're trying to send them emails, you can't put hi first name or hello first name. You can't put their first name in it. So we don't want that. So make sure you put the first name in. And the second advice is don't ask for too much. So many people be like, I need your company name, I need your mobile number, I need all this information that I really do not need. So only ask for what you need. So first name and email address usually goes fine. Obviously, you can have a pop-up. So like here, we've got join the waitlist. It pops up. So the easiest to set up is having one here like this. That is the easiest. Pop-ups can be something where you just have to learn how to do a pop-up. And then once you know, you're good to go. So obviously, you'll need your form. And then what happens with these forms, do you know what? I feel like I need to be logged in now, just so I can show you. Is when you create these forms, it will ask you where you want the information to go. And that's when you would put stuff in, such as you want it to go to ActiveCampaign, you want it to go to MailerLite. You've got a pop-up. Oh, that's really good that you managed to do it, Lisa. Lisa, like, you're getting the tech award because you've like done an email sequence, a landing page, and a pop-up. Because a lot of people struggle with that. So really well done on that one. So here we have it where I'm logging in. Let me refresh now. See, I'm just showing you more than I planned. I'm just totally uncovering the world to you. So let's have a see when it refreshes. Right, so if I press edit with Elementor, I'll show you this form and how it's all linked in. And then it'll make a little bit more sense because we all think it requires like some secret coding, but it doesn't. It doesn't require any secret coding at all. So as you can tell, Elementor, very simple, drag and drop. So I would, if I wanted a Google map in there, I'd drag it onto the screen. Very, very simple. But if I go down to this form here we go. So I'm in the form here with the form fields on the left. Down here, it says ActiveCampaign. So I've told it, basically, that after someone fills this form in, I want you to send the details to ActiveCampaign. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Here we go. And then if I press ActiveCampaign here, I've gave it my details for my ActiveCampaign account. I've told it what list I want it to go on. So I want it to go on my lead magnet list. I've told it, right, whatever email address they put into the form, I want you to put it in the email address field in ActiveCampaign. Whatever they've put in the first name field, I want you to put in the first name field of ActiveCampaign. And then further down as well, I've told it I'd also like you to add this tag to them. So we've told them what it does. You're still using MailChimp and you're used to it, total fear of change. Yes, there's always a total fear of change. It's one of them. Either keep going with MailChimp SaaS, but I do recommend move over to something else because you will find it so much easier. So here we've got, obviously, it's going to trigger this off with a tag. Now, if I go into my automations in here, I'm in the wrong thing. I've clicked conversations. Let's click automations. Obviously, I have a lot of automations. So let's just find this one. Where could you be? There we go. 7 ways to save 3 hours a week. So I basically got like a little flow chart automation. And as you can see here, there's 2 triggers. And that's because I've got 2 different landing pages for this. It's just something that happened. So here we can see I've got an action here saying that when this tag is added, I want you to do everything that's below. So as you can see, that tag matches the tag I told it to add. So that's how it's linked in my system. So it's going through here. It subscribes them to my master list as well. So that's all done. And then it just sends them an email. So it sends them an email, which has got the lead magnet in. And then that's also that button. If they click it, it will have the URL to download the ebook. So that's where I meant you may have to store something somewhere. So if we look here, you have your form. You may have a thank you page as well, which the good news is if you had a thank you form page, you can actually do that very easily in MailerLite. So you've got a success page at the top. That's the thank you page. So if you wanted like an upsell on there or anything like that, you can put that in there as well. So go back to this. So if I look at the link that's assigned to this, it is a Google Drive file link. It's a share link. They literally go to that exact link and it gives them the ebook. So that's where, I mean, you might have to store it somewhere so that you would have that URL. So that's where you would get that from. Then it goes through a sequence of different emails as well. So as you can see here, it'll go to their email marketing system, and then it'll do a lead magnet nurture series. And this is what I call these series of emails. So I've got another email here. It waits a day, sends another email, waits 3 days, sends another email, waits 4 days, sends another email. Now, these wait steps, there is no one size fits all kind of thing. You could have it run over a month. You could have it run over a week. So every single day, maybe. It's totally up to you. You've got to see what works for you and your audience. That's what you've got to do. If people joined the wait list of my Wizardry Hub, then what would happen is they would go into a waitlist one. So you can see here, I've got waitlist Wizardry Hub. So again, on here, if we have a look, all it is that when that tag gets added, so basically this form here, join the waitlist, it adds a tag to him. So when that tag is added, it adds a tag to him to let me know that they're on the Wizardry Hub 2 waitlist as well. So they get 2. And then it just sends them an email saying, hi, I'm super pleased that you've joined the waitlist. Membership has been a huge success, blah, 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 blah. But the good thing is then is you can always search your waitlist. So I can go in my contacts now and say, bring everybody up who's got the tag, waitlist Wizardry Hub. So then when I do launch the Wizardry Hub again, I will be able to just send people that link. Done and dusted, no worries whatsoever. So yes, that is very good. So that's it, pretty much, literally. So in ActiveCampaign, if I just show you this, I want to show you what an automation looks like in ActiveCampaign. So basically what happens is you would come into ActiveCampaign, you would create a landing page. So if I just click on this one here, 7 ways to save 3 hours. So obviously I've created this one. We can see here it adds them to a group master list. It adds them to free just because obviously I do a lot of testing and showing people. But the main thing is it adds them to this group here, 7 ways to save 3 hours a week. So what you'd do in MailerLite is you'd have a group per lead magnet. So we've got that there. And then what happens is in automation, and you can do this on the free version, by the way, all on the free version. You would create a new workflow. I'm just going to show you mine that I've got here. Let's bring it up. So you'd create a new workflow, which would be when the subscriber joins either by a form or you can choose group. So you can say when someone joins a group, 7 ways to save 3 hours a week, you want it to do this. So if I just do that, proceed, there we go. So when someone actually joins by that group, it's going to send these emails. And it's the exact same as ActiveCampaign. It's like a nice little flow chart going down. So it's nice and simple to use. You just add in your emails, and obviously the exact same that when someone clicks on the link in the email, it will take them to wherever it is that they're going. Nice and easy. So that's it, literally. That's how easy it is to set up. Now, a lot of people ask me, when do you need ActiveCampaign compared to MailerLite? So if you're going to do something where you also need to add the information somewhere else, like Member Vault, for instance, then you would want to use ActiveCampaign. And the reason being is MailerLite is brilliant to start off with. You can get your emails in there. You can put your wait steps in there. It's fantastic. But if I wanted to add in here, I also want you to add them into Member Vault. I can't do that. But you can do that in ActiveCampaign. So if I look at ActiveCampaign, I'll just show you where it does it. I'll use this one actually. So I've got a product, a public course. So when people buy this public course, I obviously want them to get their email. But this little bit here, it involves Zapier, so I'm not going to confuse you with it. I'm just going to show you it. But it goes here, and it basically says it triggers a Zap. It triggers something in Zapier. And basically, Zapier then sends all their details to Member Vault. Or I could make it send the details anywhere I want. I could make it send it to a CRM, a Google spreadsheet, wherever I want to send them, I can send them. So that's when you'd want to take that step to ActiveCampaign. You'll only ever need the light plan. You don't need the plus plan. So it costs something like $7 or $9 a month, something like that. So it's not expensive either. But that's when you'd need it. If you're not needing anything like that right now, stick to MailerLite, because MailerLite's a bit easier to use and it's nice and easy on the eyes. So you can use that one as well. But yeah, that's it, literally. That's what you do to get a lead magnet set up. So just to recap, let me go back up. Decide on your lead magnet. Go off and create it. Some good little tools to create an ebook. Use Canva. Obviously, if you've all seen Canva, this is all mine was made in. Mine was made in Canva. So if I just search mine, 7 ways, it'll pop up for me. Your designs. Here we go. So you can see the ebook here that I showed you earlier. It's literally just made in Canva. I've not paid a graphic designer to do it or anything like that. I got a template pack off, I got it off Nikki Williams. I got her template pack and then I just edited it and made it like my own. So that is literally just in Canva. And then you know where you've got, where have we? You know, you've got this little thing here that looks like a book. Again, it's not like any magical tool that does that. You can do stuff like that inside Canva. What I use, which is now linked to Canva actually, is smartmockups.com. So literally you pick a mock-up that you want and you give it the photo and it just puts it onto the design. So if you want it on a mobile screen, you wanted it on this, you wanted it to look like a book, you just put it on there. You know, we don't use anything fancy. It's not like a huge mystery. That's how it's done. You know, we don't actually have a billboard and put things on billboards. This is how people pretend they've got things on billboards. So that hopefully helps you out. Well, you could even say it's above your bed. How about that? So there you go. So yeah, that is everything I want to show you. So that's your lead magnet. Store it on something like Google Drive or OneDrive. Create your landing page. If you are in the membership Wizardry Hub, there is a course on the landing page and a course on storing them. So you can find them. Then we've got the form. Make sure you've got a form. Get a thank you page in there if you can. And your thank you page, that's brilliant for things like you might want to put a video on there of the next steps. You might want to put an upsell on there or find out more information here. That's where you could put it. You need an email marketing system, and then that would send you lead magnet and the actual nurture emails that come after it. And that's it. So that's it for this live, guys. I just wanted to show you something a little bit extra, just to show you what is in there. And I've been sat here thinking if I should do this or not while I'm on this call. But while I'm on this call, if you want access to them courses I just mentioned, I'm going to let you into a sneaky link I've got. If you go to wizardryhub.com/join, the Wizardry Hub's not open right now. But this is a link where you would get an exclusive 30-day free trial of the membership. So feel free to use that if you want. I didn't come on here to even tell you about that, but I just feel like you might want to know. So if you want to get that, feel free. Right then, that's me done, guys. Have a lovely day. I've got 4 power hours today, so I'm going on back-to-back power hours. We're doing some ClickFunnels today. We're doing some WordPress div edits, actually. And as we're discussing social media strategies in another one, and I totally forgot what we're doing in the 4th one. So, yeah, I've got a busy day with Zoom calls. So have a lovely day, everybody. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it helped you out. Any questions, let me know in the comments. And take care, everybody.